Are you tired of always feeling like what you do is not enough? You're always getting pulled into other people's drama, other people's stuff, other people's opinions, expectations, falling into their competition, their comparison games. Today's video, I really want to talk to you about disengaging and the importance of it disengaging from other people's stuff if you want to find true inner peace and true contentment. If we haven't met yet, my name is Isabel, and on this channel, we talk all about embracing your weird in order to build a better brand, business, and life. The thing about finding inner peace and contentment is you have to figure out what you want in life and then fill your life with that, right? However, there's always going to be someone giving you an opinion or letting you know what their expectation of you is. And that can sometimes pull us down or pull us into somebody else's path, somebody else's journey, right? And today, I want to talk to you about the importance of disengaging with this, but also I want to show you 5 different ways or 5 different places where you can disengage. So the first disengagement is to let them find less. What do I mean by that? There are people in the world who are going to always tell you that you are too much. You are too intense, you are too loud, you are too big, you are too small, you are too whatever they want to say, okay? And to these people, I want you to respond. If I'm too much, go find less. Now that particular sentence I heard in a TikTok somewhere a long time ago. I don't know who the original person who said it is. I don't even know if it was the person from that TikTok, but it truly is a matter of realizing that you are not too much for the right people. So if someone is telling you that you're too much, they're not the right person for you. They are viewing that from their lens of their life, and they get to do that. But you get to disengage. You get to say, that is theirs, not mine, and keep in your muchness and keep going on your path. Find the contentment. Now, way number 2 is that you are enough, right? Because there's some people who will tell you that you're too much. And then there's other people who are going to tell you and constantly remind you that you're not enough, that you're not big enough, that you're not small enough, that you're not tall enough, that you're not intense enough, you're not loud enough, you're not quiet enough. And again, these are not your people. These are people who are viewing you through the lens of their reality. But their reality is not your reality. And you get to choose different. You get to disengage. When you can disengage from other people's expectations, you get to decide what's actually important for you. And what do you want to show? And what do you value? And what do you want to be? And that brings inner peace and contentment. Number 3 is to disengage from Fomo. FOMO is fear of missing out. And it's these feelings that come up when someone asks us to do something or asks us to go somewhere or asks us to engage in something with them, right? So it's when someone invites you to a concert that you don't really want to go to, but you think if you say no, they won't invite you ever again. Or your boss asks you to take on an extra project that you don't really have the bandwidth for, but you think if you don't take it on, then your boss is going to be disappointed in you. But the wonderful thing about our brain is that just like it can create those worst case scenarios, it can create the best case scenarios, right? So instead of embracing FOMO, I want you to embrace JOMO, which is the joy of missing out. What are the wonderful things that happen if I say no to this thing, right? So if I don't take on this project, I'll be able to excel at the ones that I already have done, and my boss will be extremely proud of me. If I don't go to this concert, I'll be able to stay home and rest because I really need it. It is reveling in the fact that every decision comes with an opportunity, and you get to decide which opportunity feels best for you and which opportunity feels best for your life. The joy of missing out. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps this channel grow. And I'd love to know in the comments, What's something that you are going to disengage from starting now? Number 4 is to disengage from the one-uppers. I don't know if you've ever met a person like this, but these are the people that are always trying to one-up your success, right? You come and tell them like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy I got this promotion. And they're like, oh my gosh, you won't believe it, but I got a promotion and a new job and a bonus, right? You're like, oh, I'm so excited because I just rented a new apartment and it's great because it has an extra bedroom that I needed. And suddenly they've bought this mansion, right? And you're like, oh, and I'm so excited because I have a yard for my dog. And they're like, oh, well, mine has a yard and a pool, right? They're always trying to one up you, and they're trying to prove to themselves that they are more successful than you. Let them win. Let them have the joy, I guess, of satisfying their ego, and don't engage. Like, you don't need to prove your success to anybody else. You get to celebrate without people wanting to belittle your success. And when you can disengage from this, you find the one thing that they cannot one-up you on, which is inner peace and contentment. Because someone who's constantly trying to one-up another person is not content with their own life. And the last thing is to disengage from the one-downers. These are even worse than the one-uppers, okay? I don't know if you've met these people, but when you want to complain about something, they always have it worse than you, right? You come and you're like, oh, I'm so tired today because I slept horribly last night. And they're like, oh, you're tired? Well, I slept horribly last night, but on top of that, I slept horribly the night before. So that's 2 nights of bad sleep, right? Or you're like, oh, I'm so tired today because I had to walk my dog. And they're like, well, I have 3 kids on top of a dog. So can you imagine how tired I am? Let them win. Why would you want to win a discussion over who is more miserable? Like, to be honest, and this might sound a little mean, and I'm not coming from a bad place, but I don't want to win that competition. I don't want to be like, ooh, yay, yes, I'm more miserable than you. No. Let them win. Let them be the most miserable person in the room if that's what they want. Disengage from their victim mindset and engage in your hero mindset. Realize that, hey, maybe you are doing well. You're tired today, but there's always tomorrow. Disengage from other people's opinions. Disengage from other people's drama. Disengage from other people's expectations, and let everyone think through their reality, whatever they want to. Accept yours and live your life. Filter your life through your own lens, not through other people's lenses. Now, there's 3 practical ways that I like to practice this, so I also want to share that with you before we go. Way number 1 is a gratitude gathering, which is, of course, to be thankful for the things that you do have. Be thankful for how far you've come. Be thankful and really take the time to write these things out in a journal or on a piece of paper, or even if it's just in your head or saying it out loud in your bed before you go to sleep or when you wake up. But be grateful for the things that you have. Be content with your life, okay? Number 2 is JOMO jotting. Fear of missing out, or FOMO, is going to come up, right? But when it does come up, I want you to take the time to grab a piece of paper, write out all of the FOMO things. You're gonna divide it in the middle, write out all of the FOMO things your brain is telling you. And then on the other side, write out all of the JOMO things, JOMO jotting. We're going to write what is the joy and what are the good things from saying no to this thing we want to say no to, right? And the last one is wonders writing. Take a little bit of time each day to write out any small wins, any small moments of joy that came to you that day. Doing this consistently will show you how many good things you have in your life. But not only that, when you're having a bad day, you get to go back and you can read through all of the wonderful things. Because there's days when it's hard to do this, right? But when it does get hard to do this, we get to look back at the other days and thank our past self for being content and writing out all of these small wins. Peace and contentment don't come from winning at life's never-ending competitions with other people. They come from disengaging from these competitions and these comparison games and these expectations and this drama and these opinions. And when you disengage, you give yourself the freedom to feel content and to feel inner peace. Let me know in the comments what you're ready to disengage from today. I make new videos every single Friday, so I would really appreciate it if you like, comment, and subscribe. And until then, stay wild, stay weird, and I'll see you in the next one.